Today, we're going to dive into something pretty fascinating: why the smartest people you know are often the quietest.
I mean, think about it for a second. You're in a meeting, maybe at a dinner party, or even back in a classroom. You've definitely seen this, right? There's that one person, you know they're brilliant, but they just don't say much. So what's really going on there?
Well, it turns out there's a kind of a secret to their silence. And you know what? It's probably not what you think. Psychology actually gives us the key here. It unlocks this whole puzzle. And the first step is just clearing up some stuff people usually get wrong.
Okay, so right off the bat, let's clear the air. The first thing we jump to is, oh, they must be shy, or they're just aloof, or maybe even, wow, they're so arrogant, they think they're too good for this conversation. But the psychology tells a totally different story. For a lot of really intelligent people, there's a completely different kind of calculation going on behind the scenes. So yeah, let's break down these myths. To really get what's happening with this silence, we've got to reframe how we look at it. Let's put the common assumption right up against the psychological reality. So, on one hand, the easy answer is, oh, they're arrogant, or they're just not interested. But the reality? Oh, it's way more complex. Their silence isn't passive at all. It's actually an active, strategic choice. And it's all being driven by this incredible social pattern recognition that's just working on overdrive in their brain. And this leads us right to the core idea, the psychological concept that really explains everything. It's called asynchronous social pacing. I know, it's a bit of a mouthful, but trust me, it's a super powerful idea for understanding why this happens. Okay, so imagine a conversation is like a race. Most of us, we're running it lap by lap, right? But the person with this asynchronous social pacing, oh, their mind has already sprinted to the finish line. It's predicted the winner, bought a hot dog, and is sitting back in the stands all before everyone else has even finished the first turn. They're just completely out of sync with the pace of the whole group. And this is basically the lightning-fast mental checklist they're running through. Step 1, they spot the pattern in the conversation. They're like, yep, I've seen this movie before. Step 2, they instantly predict where it's all going to end up. Step 3, they weigh the cost. They ask themselves, is it actually worth my energy to jump in here? And then, step 4, more often than not, they conclude, nope, it's just not efficient. So that brings us to the big question. Why do they choose silence so often? This isn't about them giving up. It's a very deliberate choice, and it's all about mental self-preservation.
I love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. It's really an act of protecting your own mental and emotional energy. I mean, think about it. If you can already see the entire path of an argument from start to finish, and you already know the most likely outcome, why would you jump into the middle of it? It just feels like a total waste of energy. So, when you boil it all down, it comes back to a few key things. First, mental energy isn't infinite, right? They'd rather save it for problems that haven't been solved yet. They also just want to avoid pointless, repetitive fights, and yeah, sometimes it's just about keeping the peace in the group. But here's the real kicker. They realize that even if they make a perfect, logical point, it probably isn't going to change where the conversation is headed anyway.
Okay, so knowing all this, how should we change the way we think when we see this happen? You know, when we encounter that quiet intelligence out in the real world.
This right here is probably the most important thing to take away from all of this. We tend to think of silence as empty, an absence of thought. But in this case, it's the total opposite. That silence is a space that's already full. It's full of thoughts that have already been analyzed, predictions that have already been made. It's not emptiness, it's completion. So I want to leave you with this question. The next time you're in a room and you notice that quiet person, stop and ask yourself, is that disinterest I'm seeing? Or have they already finished the race while we're all still at the starting line? Just that one little shift in how you see it can completely change how you interact with them. And it might just help you appreciate the incredible high-speed thinking that's really happening behind the silence.